Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Raptor 413. You guys have picked a beautiful fifth wheel here. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. So let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. Most important thing to take into consideration are your slides. Make sure there's plenty of room for them slides to come in and out unhindered, preferably nothing hanging over top of them. Then leave yourself a walking path on both sides. And I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your docking station's here toward the front of your off-camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. And your power is all the way at the rear on your off-camp side or the driver's side of your tow vehicle. Big long cord, so park accordingly so that you can utilize facilities at the campsite. Units this long, I recommend getting you a nice long water hose. You also need to leave room for the back of your deck to come open. So think about all that when you're parking. Once you arrive, first thing you do, unhook your hitch. Power leveling system's in here. We turn that on here. You hit the front, bring them up and down here, your legs, get it off. Once you're all off, you're just gonna hit auto level right here. Let's go ahead and bring down all your auto leveling jacks. The unit's gonna bounce around for a couple minutes. Once your unit's level, we can go ahead and hook up our water and power. All the way at the back of your unit, here's your 50 amp cord. The way these new ones go on now, push it in and then twist it to the right and then put on your black washer. At the end of this 50 amp service, should you need it, is a dog bone. Reduce it from 50 down to 30 amp service. And if you ever need to plug in at home, here's a 30 to 110 adapter. Just remember to run appliances accordingly when running off 110. Got your power hooked up, let's hook our water up. So up here in your docking station, get a big template in the middle here that you need to completely ignore. It's a template for a different design of Raptor. Yours is actually so much simpler than all this. Down here at tank fill, turn it to normal flow to go to city water, fill to go to potable water. Really that easy. So turn it over to normal fill, come up here to your city fill, which is filled in the same spot. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You always want to use this when putting fluid into your unit here. Hook this up, hook your hose up, but don't turn your water on yet. Just come right here, you have a hot water heater. All we're going to do at this point, your door will come right off, is make sure our drain plug is back in. You may have left it out last time you were camping. I recommend plumber's tape, not plumber's putty. Get that in there nice and snug, and then you can go ahead and turn on your hose. And after your hose has been on for a little while, go inside. At this point, you can open your slides, but go inside and open up your water valve. Once your hot water side has water flowing through it, you know that your water heater is full and you can turn it on from inside. It won't come out hot yet, but you'll know your water's full. There's an on-off element down here. The only time you ever want to turn this on down here is if you're hooked up to 110. Turn it on here as well as indoors for electric. Hot water heater doesn't seem to be working. A couple reset valves here. Just come out and see if they're bubbled out. If they are, press them back in. Let's say you're gonna go camping, dry docking. Come back over here, simply turn this down to fill. Go to the same spot, fill it up. Treat your hot water heater the same way as far as filling it and turning it on. The only difference is when you're using potable water is when you're gonna want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to city. It's already pressurized and you don't need to. All right, we're all hooked up to camp. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit, show you a few other things. Here in your docking station, you have an outdoor shower with this big long spray port that hooks on there. Down here to winterize, your unit is winterized, turn that to on, and your water bypass is passed. Over here is where you'll put in your winterizing. Here's your city and potable fill. Here's your tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. And there's your handles to pull your black and gray tanks. Over here on the side, your battery disconnect. That'll come important later when we talk about your carbon monoxide propane detector. Here's where you'll plug in your cable and satellite at the campsite. And down here, you untwist this. This is where you can run all your water and cables. Here's your low point drain for draining your tanks when leaving the campsite. Coming here to the front of your off campsite, again, your auto leveling system, your battery connections. Check them now and then. You are bouncing this down the road. You want to make sure them are nice and snug. You pass through storage, more access on the other side. Your docking station again. Hot water heater. This is a flue for your furnace. If you ever run your furnace to clear that, it'll get rather warm. Your big slide here. That is a vent for your microwave up there. That is a hand push out vent for your garage for fumes. Back here's your black tank. That's where we'll hook up to dump. Your fueling station here. Fuel there. Your handle for that. And over here is your fuel station shut-off switch. Your ladder, simply remove these cotter pins and this will shift backwards and give you a nice ladder to go up and check the seams. Go up and check them a couple times a year. Just caulk as needed. Your big garage, we'll open that up here shortly. Backup camera prep up there. And your carefree garage awning. Another push out hand vent. Your separate garage door. Your slides. I want to talk about your wipers here. You want to add longevity to life of these. Go ahead and get some fluid that you can apply to those, and it keeps them very pliable. This is access to the back of your fridge here as well as up there. Your outdoor JBL speakers. Nice step above steps. Over on this side is your separate black tank flush. It's all your in-command system. A manual override crank for your slides and your vacuum system. This is all of your slide fluids. Front of the unit here is your propane. The propane's on a regulator. Simply turn it toward the tank you wish to be using. That one's open, you see it's green. When it empties, it'll turn red. If you put it in the middle and open this one up as well, when that one's empty, it'll automatically switch over. Over into this storage is your generator. I'm gonna keep this up here and we will be, see how that hooks up there, turning that on for you. There are your docking lights. Turn those on. Underneath as well as up here. And we're back around your off campsite. That about covers everything out here. Let's take a look on the inside. So coming up inside your unit, first thing I like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. Also, as you come in, right here to the side of your entertainment center, is your 12-volt carbon monoxide detector. The reason I mention this 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day, use your battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down. Come up here under the wall. Up above, here's your lighting. You see a few of these throughout the unit. What they are is a temperature reader. It helps the furnace work better. The thermostat. Turn on our system here. Oh, excuse me. They always start at 0000 and you can reset it. Alright, we will start with your lights. Hit your lights, you can turn on and off. These are all on one page. Turn on or off all of your lights from here. Hit the back button. We will go to slides. We'll bring those back in when we're leaving the campsite. Awnings. Front awning. Gonna run that out. I'm gonna take a look here and see how much room we have outside. Looks like we'll have enough room. I'm just gonna hit out on that. Oops, let's go back to our move dummy. Go back to our awnings. Hit out on our front awning. See how far to run those out. You're only going to want to run them out until a flap falls down to 90 degrees. Once it does, you know you're out far enough. See that flap there? That's a little wet. Sometimes when they're wet, they'll stick, but once you can see that bar, you know you're out far enough. Go back out here to awnings. You'll run that back in. So I'm trying to watch it and run this in at the same time. And don't have my fingers close enough to it, but you can see it coming back in there for you. So that's where you run in your awnings. Here's where you turn on your generator. Let's prime it. Alright, let's go out. Hear that running for you. Back up here, shuts that off. It's back up. Different settings you can go in, Bluetooth settings, your hitch work, where you can bring up and down the front feet, and your HVAC system. You can turn on the AC in the bedrooms. Oops, back. Security lights, exterior lights. Here you can turn on your water heater. Here's where you can turn on your water pump. Turn on water heater, hooked up here if you're hooked up to gas. Here if you're hooked up to electric. Here if you want hooked up to like auto, or you plugged in it's electric, unplug its gas. Water heater, oops, we just did water heater. Water pump, oh, it just automatically turns on if you touch it. And there's your battery. Security lights for outside and exterior lights. What covers your control panel? Let's go through the rest of the unit. Close your exterior door here. So right now we've got your love seat sectional here set up for travel. This is how you're going to want to strap it in. So when you remove it, you see these 2 feet right here. They simply lock into those. You set that down. They are hand pull recliners. You just pull on a little handle and they'll recline. Over here in your entertainment center, Turn on your accent lights. Let's start with your sound system while I look around for your remote. So sound system, dual zoned. You can play your music indoors, shut that off, it's outdoors, or into the patio area. AM, FM, Bluetooth, DVD, CD player, really nice system. USB ports here, your Furrion speakers, fireplace. They're not just for looks anymore. Yeah, I can go through all these pretty colors, but the biggest advantage of these now are the heat. Heat's cranked up on 1 right now. Actually, it's up on high. You can set it on high or low. But it's on high and it's cranking out really nice. Morning or evening, it's getting chilly in your trailer. Instead of using up your gas, use their electricity to warm up your trailer. You get toasty in here in no time. Over here underneath your entertainment center is your access panel to your breaker box and fuses. A ton of 15s in there, 30s, 10s. Highly recommend you have a handful of those with you when you go camping. Your HVAC system. I showed you all your hoses down in your storage area. It's closed. Hook it up here. Turn it on. Some more storage here. Your lighting over here with USB ports. This will be behind your recliner here, some 110s. There's your Furrion backup camera. Self-explanatory microwave. You have a dual high and low exhaust and a light. Your glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light. Turn your gas on. Hit your spark and there's your flame. Same thing with the oven. No need for a pilot light anymore. Simply turn this to light. Hit your spark over here and that'll light your oven. And then set your temperature. Nice pots and pans rack. You don't get too often anywhere. 110 there. Little half bath up here in the front. Nordicold fridge. Turn it on here. Right now it's set to auto. Auto means when, let me see if I can get you to see that. Set to auto. Auto means that when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you'll go to gas. You can change it to just electric, just gas, or back to auto. Change your temperature over here, 1 through 9. And shut it off. You have to hold it in, there you go. Come back to your garage area. A lot of individual lighting up in here. Find where these lights turn on at. Oh, everything's underneath here. These are individual touch lighting. You're all prepped for a washer and dryer back here. This is the vent I was showing you on the outside. Simply push it out and it gives you a nice exhaust for your garage if you got fumes in here. Another temperature reader. A couple 110s. Access to the half bath again. So your bunk system. Up here is where you raise and lower it. So this is the cotter pin system. I want to make sure that that ladder is fine there. Oops, excuse me. Yeah, okay. So you're going to raise your bunk up. You saw how they were both down to where the one stops. Once we're all the way up, we're going to find the cotter pins and put them right in here. So we have 4 of these cotter pins. Let it go right in here. all four corners. You'll find that also in the back corners, I found that putting the ring to the inside makes it a little easier to pull. Once them are out there, that locks that bed up. You have a separate fire extinguisher back here. Separate doorway. Make sure that you remember to deadbolt these when you leave. AC back here. So these are actually a really easy setup. You have a big carpet here. If you're not using your garage, if you're using it just as a chill and sleeping area, you can go ahead and roll that carpet out. Those are steps for your deck. So run these all the way down. Remove your ladder. So you want to pull on this handle before lifting and turning these forward. Don't worry about that noise, it does it on them all. Pull that back. So once these are down, pull these back. If you start to feel any type of resistance, go down to the other end and pull it back. Now if you're using it as a bed, the way we just had it all together, push this button in and bring these legs up to help give center support. And there's that area. We'll open up the garage here shortly. Also have speakers and your TV here. Let me grab your remotes. I think this is the one for back here. Show you that TV working.
In his first one.
And I found your other remote for your main TV up here. Those will all be down here in your second drawer. Here's your box for your backup camera.
And are often purchased without background.
There's another remote for your Furion sound system. And I believe you may have another TV up here, so I'll bring this. Well, it covers everything down here. Let's go up here to your bathroom. Main thing I just want to mention in here, this is where your 110 with GFCI resets at. Lots of storage, lighting and fan. Back into your bedroom. Yes, you do have another TV back here. I'm going to turn that on. 110 here. Your AC. Smoke alarm back here. Your big wardrobe slide. Oh, I might grab the wrong remote. And here. So as we're leaving, closing up the unit, main thing you want to do is make sure any door that has these slides are snapped back like this, that your door in here is locked. Shut off all your lighting up in here. And I'm going to get your correct remote, show you this TV working. Strap here as well on your television. Come out here, put that back up. Make sure all your doors down here are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slide from coming in and out. Let's go back up here and show you your other television working. Same thing in here, make sure nothing's in between your bed and your wardrobe slide there.
Area and flooded woodlots throughout the.
All your TV's working. All your remotes will be in the kitchen drawer. So that about covers everything in here. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite. Again, drawers and doors are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Lastly, I did want to talk about your recliners here. You do have a light, heat and massage, and a parachute pull. Reach inside here and pull up on this handle, and that's how those will recline. So that is part of it, making sure your recliners are closed. Shut off any lighting you think you might have to from here. Pick up in there to the bedroom. Another temperature reader in here. And here's your lighting. Come to our control panel. 0000. Slides. We're going to do the wardrobe slide in the bedroom first. You can hear that's in. Now we're going to do our sofa slide, so you see that come in. And before we go any further, I'm going back to lighting. I'm going to shut off the awning lights, garage lights, the main lights, and the night lights. Now I can see that I still have some individual lights that I need to walk through and shut off. There's that one over here somewhere. Walk through and shut all my lights off. So just so you know, those kitchen highlight or accent lights were right up here, and here's your hallway. So everything's off. Go back here to home. Go to our slides. Go ahead and turn that kitchen back on so you can see it come in. Kitchen slide in. You see the importance of having all your doors and drawers closed down there. Once it slides in, shut off our lighting, and head out of the unit. Open up your exterior door. Make sure it's open all the way, otherwise this will catch on it. And lift up your door. You see it's on a hydraulic. Steps look like they're heavy, but they're not. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn your handle. We'll go back right now before closing up the unit and show you how to work your deck. Alright, so to open up your deck, you need the C127 key. Come to the right side of your deck. Unlocked. Grab it by the handle. Cables are hooked up. This will come down nice and easy for you. See, he's got these tensions here that allows it to come down nice and easy. Nice level on here to tell when you're level. Your feet here. Unhook your cotter pin. Lower these down. Unhook this cotter pin. And bring your deck up level. And cotter pin back in there. Pretty darn close to level right there. So, put that one on. Put the other one in for safety. Let's open up your deck. Grab this and swing it out. Grab this side and swing it out. See here you have your sliding glass doors. Some storage in there. Backup camera. Here is a release for your carefree awning. Don't worry about this leg right now. Grab your deck, pull it towards you. This end is just going to snap right in there. Swing your door open. Pull this one towards you. And this one snaps in right there. Swing this last door around. Snap it in there. And here's your entryway. Your steps that are inside will snap in right here, give you a side step. There's your whole deck set up. Reverse the process. Now if you want to use this as a ramp, simply remove your cables. Push down on this, that releases that. Now to release everything, you simply just push everything back together. Swing that around, push this one back together, and swing your deck back up. Back over here to the braced side. Back up. Bring that one in. Bring this one in. And Velcro these back together. Closing up your deck. Foot back up. Swing that back up here. Let me get that locked in. One moment. Got our foot up, cotter pins back in right. Simply lift up on the door. See, it's all on hydraulics. It's pretty much standing on its own right now. Main thing you just want to do is just watch your cables. Make sure those don't get closed inside. Around, everything's secure. Lock it back up. Alright, so got the unit closed up. Next thing we're going to do is unhook our water. After you've unhooked your water, unhook your cable. Come around here to your hot water heater. Open up this pressure release valve. Leave that open until that completely drains. Make sure you close that back down so your door will go back on. Then you can pull this low point here. Come here and open up both of these low point drains. Drain all the water out of your unit. Hook your hitch back up. Come back over here. Bring your hitch height back up and down over here. Once you're hooked up, just hit retract. Retract's going to bring up all of your stabilizing jacks. You're all hooked up. Head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, you have two places to dump, both sides of your tire. You can get a big, longer, stronger cord with the big Y on it. I highly recommend it. That way you're not running back and forth. But if not, you're going to start back here in your black tank. Plug that in. Come up here and pull this black tank handle. Once it sounds like that's no longer draining, leave that open again with your water pressure regulator. Go to your tank flush. Turn that tank flush on and go ahead and wash out all the black tank. Leave that on for a good 5 minutes with your black handle open. Once that's done, close that up, close your black handle, pull your gray handle. Gray handle is going to be cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. Of course, if you switch, after you're done with your black, switch up here to the gray and then pull your gray. But again, recommend getting a Y. That about covers everything. Hope you guys enjoy this trailer for many years to come. Happy camping.